But Execration definitely has a very greedy draft, I would say. Alright, so they go for Underlord instead. I think this gives them the same aura.
Pick, which kind of got sacrificed to give Slark the matchup he wants with super high solo XP and runes, and the Underlord will buff him up. So in that sense, they're kind of enabling him, but there aren't any like big attack speed buffs, which are normally what you look for with the hero, or damage buffs. Since stats, decent armor, high move speed, high range, what more can you want?
Shanks
force the trade.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to get that kill and doesn't necessarily die either for a mid laner after that. Hey, what do you think about Carlo's skill builds here? Went for an early level of the Nether Ward, which is not going to be able to save Palos. Afu put the full 5 stacks on him, and they'll put down Carlo with Masaros picking up all that atrophy aura damage off the Dusa kill. Quickly finishes off the support too. With the Siege Wagon push coming in, I mean, this is a dream in the making here.
On 220. I mean, Midwell's just gonna, he's just gonna run into him.
Finds him.
I'm surprised Paulus is still here at all.
Yeah, again, lots of stacks available for you, Palos. You attack.
Oh, he's looking for kills.
It's the pounce. Deals with the Bugna Ward too. They get the rupture onto Shank, so they're definitely catching some supports out of this. First one goes down. Still chasing after Carlo as well, who'll pick up the Arcane Rune on his way. He's a fast little guy, so chasing after him is possible.
Fable. This Underlord Rubik was first phase at Berlin, and some of the other majors in Dota history because of that. And so is Doom, because he can Doom you.
It's just Ember Spirit, but Orb of Corrosion on these tower pushes seems so valuable, and they get it really quickly thanks to all the skeletons. Toss back into the pit. Tino gonna be slowed down by the Purge, and that'll be him very, very dead. They still
Firestorm. Oh, how bold are you? I mean, this is an objective at this point. You have to commit everybody here.
5 on 5 for the Ancients. That's pretty much what's about to happen.
There is Rupture up. SMG
Comes
ready
in
to
from
fight.
behind, mid one. He's going to be forced to use his ultimate, but Bob is forced to jump away at the same time. Carlo getting low. Chidori's able to finish him off. The Shadow Demon also dies. The big hit, swap back, hits him with the magic missile, and Bob collects the kill. Chidori falls now. Tika was not particularly a strong carry for this game, but makes him even worse.
And Decrep can kind of eliminate the Slark pokes as well.
Yeah.
If we get to a point where Slark has Ags, he's poking people, you just Decrep who they go on. Then you have to commit a Shadow Demon Purge, exactly what we're seeing here, but then you still have mobility, you still have Swap. Like, the ability for Execration to just bait out spells here is very punishing for SMG's lineup. These goals are not easy, and then you're getting swapped in.
Swap back into the Doom. Easy combo. And Bob is going to push forward, trying to get any of the supports that try and stick around to help out the Underlord. Mid one did stick around. It has to use his ultimate and a pounce just to try and get away. Done well with a slick little swap steal to just stay alive for a few more seconds. Mid one has another pounce coming up and should be able to get out of vision. Once he's out of vision, should be okay. Spotted again and again. That creep
really
did him no favors. Now the Decrepify, soon the magic missile. He's dead. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. Did he get nerfed? I mean, it had to have been buffed in some ways because the scaling to it, right? Oh, it doesn't scale.
I guess not, yeah.
Disruption on Bob. Can't stop him, though. He's going to move on to the Masro skill as well. Another Doom being used, and don't really see SMG. Like, I never feel like the Doom is on cooldown.
It just doesn't feel like they can start these fights. Mid one's going to find Tino bottom.
There we go.
Surely
finally they're going to get a pick off, right? Pounce with a pit on top of it. Tino is going to give a lot of stacks to mid one.
Gonna scout this observer mid for a second.
What a bounce! What a bounce from the high ground into the low ground. That gets a big kill. That kill was worth 1,000 gold. Lead between the Doom and the Ember Spirit kills, so he was feeling powerful. Did have to back away though. Swap back in. Another Doom. This time around though,
are gone.
There's plenty of SMG heroes around, so they can still fight this one, especially with the BKB on Chidori, trying to hit him with the Stone Gaze. Tino is still ruptured on the side. Can't get either one, even the Stolen Doom being put to work on the Dusa. But somehow, SMG weren't able to take advantage of that one, and then Palos stuck around perhaps a little bit too long. They have to jump away, though. Bob is a big threat. The only reason they could really take that team fight in the first place was because Bob was gone.
Some interaction. This matchup's absolutely terrible. So,
the shard isn't useful. God forbid you buy an Aghanim Scepter. That's also not going to help against Dusa.
We'll find Bob again. Drain his mana.
Burned all his mana, locked him in the pit, and got him. Oh, big burst coming out from John Well, who managed to steal the Searing Chains and put it to work on the Ember.
Mid one's making a lot happen for SMG during this period. They needed it. He just did the base. Poking a 21-minute Wisdom Rune.
Swap to secure it. Shanks will give up his life to get the Wisdom Rune. It also means another stat for Slark. And this is a very, very good Slark game, right? Like, we already talked about the matchup against the Dusa, but just in general, they do not have lockdown against him.
Being pinged by teams here, I mean, this is normally the time where you want to threaten it with that butterfly timing. This is what it is designed to do. Take this early 20 to 25-minute daytime Roche, particularly versus the Slark's nighttime advantage that's not there right now. Very important fight for Execration. If they want to snowball off of Palos' net worth right here, SMG have the high ground.
Masaros, that is kind of a dead end that you're sitting in there, and he is going to be swapped back into the Doom once again. They're going to go for the bench kill in return, so it looks like a one-for-one trade-off. Oh, Decrepify, bail Shanks out. He gets a heal, too. So not even a one-for-one. Very nice for Execration. Good start to this Roshan contest, but it's surely going to continue.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing forward here. One lurking in the trees. And those Dusa illusions hurt off the disruption. Something you're always going to have to think about. I also think the BKB interaction is still there, right? That never got changed, so if that becomes a factor,
what interaction?
If Dusa BKBs and you disrupt her, it instantly creates the illusions.
Oh yes, I believe that is still there.
I don't know. I don't think it's a BKB game for Palos anymore.
An area because they assumed that no one would be able to do it before Roshan switched sides, or do they actually think they can't fight? I don't know.
I think this was a fight they should have thought about more. Or at least, like, they could have. You do not want to overextend into the net worth that Execration are putting on display right now. That is a death sentence. We're looking at Masaros.
Looking at him. Might just have him, too. Slow him down, Afu, actually with the Demonic Cleanse trying to help out here. Tino's going to pop his BKB. Bob going in, but he has no mana left. He's going to start bottling up where he can. Shanks with his extra life is going to be able to help finish off Afu. Swap over to the side. Bob is going to be caught by the pit at the same time while Shanks' illusion is running around the map. They spot Bob, though, and they ping him out. They say, guys, I got him. We stopped the CP. He's dead.
For this Underlord. He got significantly healed, probably off a Lotus or something. Doom damage is not enough right now.
Demonic Cleanse was also used, I believe.
That also will do it, yep. I guess it just insta-heals you?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, the heal should go off at the same time as the Purge normally would.
Does this get purged, though, by Doom? Cannot be dispelled. Never mind. All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess it just went off. Double stun.
That's a shard used for the magic missile. That was a pretty powerful hit. Mid one is able to get off his ultimate here, and he still has the Aegis, too. So, time to be daring. Get the Rupture on a Tino. Swap back onto the Medusa. Pop the Stone Gaze at the same time. This is the opening that SMG was looking for. A little bit of a bungle there from Execration. And Tino still trying to wait out his Rupture. Gets a BKB blink out. Afu unable to stop him.
On top of everything. They're just going to deward after every fight. And this is just high ground. They have the ores. They have the sustain halberd up as well. Palos does not seem threatening. He has to play through the damage reductions. Remember that. He's not hitting his full strength here.
Midwan gunning for him. And Carlo. He already used his life drain, so he doesn't have that heal to be able to give over to Palos. Palos did get help, though, from the Decrepify, and SMG did eventually have to give up on that. Bob coming back into play. Swap back onto Masaros. This is a good position to be able to take this fight now. Shanks is going to lose his first life. Comes back, ready to catch more, though. Force Staff gets Masaros some distance away. Another swap back, this time on to John Well, who is very likely going to die. Tino trying to get off his Doom, and he gets it off ever so barely, and it's on the Slurk too. His Aegis expired. Can they get the catch, though? Even when he's doomed, they cannot stop him from being able to just walk away. Palos, thankfully, gets a big heal on his mana to be able to stay alive and get off the stone gates. He walks it off, but so does SMG. In fact, they walk forward into the base, onto the tier 3s, onto Carlo to finish him off as well. And now just the Dusa to hold the base, so that's going to be at least one lane of barracks.
Radiant structures are
It's just not enough damage for Execration. Paul's getting his base reduced, trying to go in these fights, but the rest of his team is just melting. And the stuns coming out from John Well have been disgusting. He has stolen stone gaze now. Bloody's trying to end this game under tier 4s versus Adusa, making it look easy.
Yeah, that is maybe a little bit too bold. Shanks, it almost worked until Shanks got the swap off on Palos. I mean, they're saving
out for this. Another decent timing for him. I mean, he's still hella far. Can you use it? And it's going to be used against you too. The stronger the Medusa gets. Well, I guess not if you have the Pugna Shard. That's one way to deal with it. Bob's in.
Yeah, certainly. Tino, Bob at his BKB, waiting out the Slark ultimate here, trying to get a Doom at some point in time. Good heals from Carlo. Kept him alive until he runs out the Rupture. Carlo may still be caught here. That's a big problem. One of their saves is Shank's swap, but Wisdom Rune already gone, Shanks. Roshan is coming up soon, though, and they get the pick here. This would be massive, but Afu, he already had the Aeon Disc, is able to get the Demonic Cleanse off. Not an easy kill. Dusa
stolen stone gaze,
trying to provide a vanguard for the rest of his team. Tino once again is struggling to be able to do anything with this, and Bob dies on the back end. They stop the TP out from Palos. Palos disrupted. Pops his Manta, trying to get away. There goes that swap. Shanks with the double stun. It's helping, but boy, this damage
is a little
lackluster until the buyback comes in for Bob, and Tino got the initiation. Hits him with a big swing of the Infernal Blade over and over again with the Doom on out, and that's going to be 2. They're going to be able to get a 3rd and 4th as Chidori's going to stand his ground and inevitably die. Don Well, maybe the only survivor of that massacre, all off a buyback from Bob. Nice, so.
Yeah. And Execration not going to wait. They're going to smoke. It was Swift Blink for Palos. That is his choice here. A big initiating item. A way to use this Aegis as well.
Get the vision. Shiva's found the support. It's going to be Afu. Tino, he's going to be one ruptured and poked by Midwan. They're really gunning for Tino. He does manage to get off his Doom. It's going to be on the Bloodseeker, not the Slark, though. And the Bloodseeker, healthy, but slowed down. Shanks is going to be able to swap him back into play with the Magic Missile bouncing over. That's going to be an easy pickoff. But what about the Slark? The Slark still terrorizing that back line.
Oh,
looks to be able to go off this disruption. He's going to go for Shanks. Shanks bailed out. Decrepify. Good saves. Still trying to deal with Masaros, by the way. This big tanky Underlord is surviving through so much, but he has to go down eventually. Surely, Bob's going to try and finish him up. Another Magic Missile, blink forward, and they finish him. Midwan, meanwhile, he was going for that back lines, but all they got was the Vengeful Spirits, who has a second life. Palos is running out of mana, though. Palos still has an Aegis, of course. They're trying to deal with everybody else and deal with Palos last, with all these heroes dying and no buybacks around. Shanks, even his illusion is going to die before they go for the Medusa on the second life. Blink over, instant disruption.
Palos versus them all. How strong is he? He still has cheese. A lot of stacks on mid one, though. 40.
He is way too much agility. My God, 129 agility goes to work on a Bob. Just imagine he has a basher.
Mid one knows it. He's just going for the building. Stacks are wearing off. Down to 16. A little
20
slower.
seconds. I don't think they can wait for him. They got to make a play somewhere in here. SMG just going in for it. Oh, Tino tried to get the initiation, but again, Midwan covers himself with the ultimate, and that's it. Mega's going to be claimed by SMG.
He wants to go for some lifesteal later, Lane. I guess lifesteal's not good on this hero anymore. Huh, maybe his talent's not as good as it used to be.
I'm not good enough at math to know whether or not that other talent is super value or not, but...
Oh, 1.3 mana shield damage for mana. That's a lot of levels of mana shield. That's like 4, almost. 3.5. Either way, we'll see if you can make it work. Mid one's just building up the stacks for free. They'll get another quick disruption on Paulus.
Place the nullifier on him, swap. Shanks giving up his life. Let's see if he gives up his second life. Yeah, they quickly deal with the illusion too. There's a swap back in Chidori. Tino, though, just still can't get that initiation. Somebody's got to break through the Lincolns and give him an opening to get a stun on a mid one or a doom on a mid one, but they don't have any stuns on Execration to do so.
Yeah, they just can't get through the defensive shells that SMG are proposing here between Lotus Orbs, Lincoln Spheres, Aeon Discs. It's too much for Tino to find anything here. 2 more disruptions in that fight, wearing Paulus' time as well. That's a nice swap.
Really good steal and a better execution of it.
You just get swapped in the pit, you're gone. This is back up in 5 seconds. This spell is going to destroy Execration here in this base defense.
Shadow Dance wears away, but he's already bounced backwards, and there was the swap. The Doom uses the BKB, but he does not want to put the Doom on. Oh man, these saves from this Rubik are so debilitating with the level 20 Talon. He throws his allies very far away.
You can't even do anything about it. It's one of those saves. Extra root duration. I don't think extra root duration is doing anything in this game.
No.
So yeah, that is a very nice talent when you have 2.
No.
I mean, Pugna save you can itemize for, and they have a Shadow Demon on top of it. But this Rubik it's impossible. You can't do anything about telekinesis. There's an aggressive swap. I don't know if Afu likes that much.
Well, he gets down to low ground, and Paulo swaps places with him. Doesn't want to get caught that far out the base. Bob gonna have to blood through the trees. Oh, swap back on the rupture. Big damage done well. Beautiful steals this game. Stonegaze that is gonna hit a lot of heroes. But they gotta deal with Monsteros and all this aura. Chidori, he's gonna lose his Aegis here. Afu's also gonna die. Palace is actually doing it here with his Divine Rapier going to work, but he's gotta keep his distance away from mid one. These stat steals are too powerful, and Tino was unable to get his Doom off before he died. Now Paulus is going to be in some trouble. They have to buy back. They have to bail him out. Otherwise, they're going to lose Divine Rapier, and lose it they do. Even though they get the Doom out on him, it just doesn't matter. They're going to fight through it, and GG is going to be called SMG. Powerful stuff in this game 1. Looks damn good. I mean, they put together a lineup and executed it really well.